Hey guys, welcome back to the Driving Academy podcast. Today I'm sitting here with...
I'm Stephanie McLean.
And I'm Tina Dodd.
And they are opening up a Driving Academy franchise in Greenville, South Carolina. If you're interested in opening up a franchise yourself, click the link below, fill out the form, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So guys, introduce yourselves and what's your relationship with each other?
All right, well, my name is Stephanie McLean, and
I love your name, by the way, McLean. Like, go ahead.
Recently wed, so changed the last name. But Tina and I have been friends for years, and I remember her sharing with me the vision that she was going to open a CDL training school. And so being able to come and help her in her current driving school on the Class D side, assisting her as the Director of Operations there, now walking into the role of Director of Operations with Driving Academy. I'm super excited. And then also be like Sales Director. So yeah, I'm excited about it. You know, just as a friend, being able to see what was the vision and now actually is coming to fruition. Yeah, these are exciting times for us. I'm so proud of her.
Oh. And what about you, Miss Tina?
Well, she said it all.
Okay, and how long have you guys known each other?
Gosh, over a decade.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
So you're here to open a Driving Academy franchise, joining us in our endeavoring mission to get 1 million people on the road to freedom. What is y'all's background in trucking, if any? And I know, Tina, you said you have some background in trucking.
So as Stephanie previously mentioned, so we currently have a Class D school, right? So it was always been our vision to incorporate CDL training.
And you guys are going into this business together. It's just like you two. Is there anybody else that's like joining you guys?
Okay. So I'm the franchise owner and I have a professional team.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So I guess I'll ask you guys this. Trucking is a very male-dominated industry. As a woman, how do you feel that creates a challenge for yourself, and how do you plan to overcome that?
Okay, so I kind of looked at this so that's a good question, and I appreciate you asking. So if you think about it, it can, and it has created that for many women, all right? So it is a male-dominated field, correct? Yeah. So myself as a trucking school owner, it does definitely have a bias with it. A cultural perception, right? Old school tactics, right? Old school ways of doing things, right? So we're just here to shift that up a bit, right? Because, you know, no matter what, we don't never go back in time, we go forward in time, right? So I think with us entering this market and changing that mindset a bit by marketing more so towards women, outreach campaigns, etc.
Will that be like the primary goal, like to get more women into trucking?
That's one of the goals.
Okay.
It's one of the goals, yeah. Because everything starts in the mindset. Yeah. So changing your mind, period, right? So, you know,
and you plan to do that with marketing, showing that women can also kind of dominate the truck.
And in targeting women who are, you know, who's looking for a career change as well. So they deserve opportunities also.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I support that. Do you feel as though, do you guys plan, or rather you, because you said you're going to be the main franchise owner, do you plan to kind of be the face of Greenville, South Carolina?
As a start, yes.
Okay.
As a start, correct.
Okay.
And I also think, you know, just being women of color, you know, because again, the male-dominated position of trucking, again, you don't oftentimes see the female out front. And I think we'll be able together, you know, have a voice that people can see that we too will also go through the program, that, you know, if we can do it and they can do it, that the program actually works. So
I love that you guys plan to have those kind of marketing campaigns where they're really geared toward women as a start, because something that I kind of thought about as I was hearing you guys around the office, or hearing about you guys around the office, was like, could this possibly be something that may like shy certain men away from like coming to like y'all franchise, in a sense, just because like we are like women, and then women of color on top of that is just like, you know, like could that shy certain men away to be like, I'm not going to take that seriously, I'll go somewhere else. So I like that you guys are planning to go hard with your campaigns and just showing that, all right, if we can do it, y'all can do it too. So yeah.
And I think too, with the reputation that we already have in the upstate, you know, a lot of the partnerships and collaborations already, like people are already looking forward to it. So I think it's going to be a great asset to the community that, you know, what Tina has really birthed through the Driving Academy is going to really change so many lives that people are going to, I really believe, want to be a part of it. Like, why not Driving Academy?
Right. We love that. Y'all coming here with confidence. Y'all wasn't playing.
Yeah.
I was not playing. Okay, so you're also a woman that is a veteran, right? Coming from the military. How does that aspect kind of empower you to be successful in this new endeavor?
So really, being a woman of color, being a disabled veteran, right? Being a retired law enforcement agent, because I did work local, state, and federal law enforcement. So I thank God for my creation of who I am, where I've been, my experiences, right? So again, as we mentioned earlier, we are already in the field of driver's education, right? And there's always should be a purpose behind your why. So our purpose is,
I love where this is going. Like, I feel like you're about to go real deep on this. Like, you're gonna get a bomb.
we just never know where destiny is going to lead you. But when something does happen to actually shift that, you need to be mindful of that. So we don't cut corners, when it comes to our training aspects of it. So we're dealing with life, right? And safety behind that is key, right? So the reason why what we're doing is because we witnessed 3 teens die in a vehicle crash, right? So having to hold back the parents, when that incident happened, that was one of the hardest things that I had to do at that point in my career. I was exposed to death, right? But when it comes to somebody's child, so it's no different on the CDL side. That's still someone's loved one, right? So promoting safety is absolute key. Yeah. Because everybody deserves to make it home safely, right? So like, again, as I mentioned earlier, safety is important to us, right? So, and then to mirror that on the CDL side, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Right, it just makes sense.
Respect to that. That was beautiful. No, it was, yeah. And definitely sounded very genuine. Yeah. Okay. What about trucking in Greenville, South Carolina inspired you to open a CDL school? Or inspired you guys to open a CDL school?
I'm gonna start the area. So we have one of the busiest corridors in the country, right? And then, which is 85, right? So we have a huge manufacturing market there. So we have Michelin, BMW, numerous other. So there is between a 2,500 to 3,000 CDL shortage in the area, right? So it just a good location. Correct, right? So timing is everything, right? So I think it's important to look at what the needs are, right? And we're very active in the communities that we live in, right? And employing people is important to us as well. So it just makes sense. Right, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then just thinking about, again, I was the friend that kind of came along because Tina being the owner and founder of the franchise and the visionary behind it, because even prior to Driving Academy, she was attempting to do this on her own. I mean, she was like 85% already there.
Oh, really?
But kind of having met Jonathan kind of in the background of some other, opportunities that she was a part of, Driving Academy was her choice. And so for me as a friend, like I said, to have been there alongside to just kind of watch her go through the processes of what it's taken to get her to where she is now, that, just in a few short weeks, it's grand opening time. It's so rewarding, to know her, but to also know how she serves with a spirit of excellence in getting things done and doing things by the book, and knowing that we're going to represent, the franchise well, and, just to see her vision, not only now, but even beyond. So it's just a great time. And like I said, just representing alongside of her, it's a humbling experience for me, because again, who would have ever thought I would be working in like the trucking industry? And now, having the excitement behind what this industry could also do for the legacy of my family, my children, my grandchildren, my great-grands.
That's right.
But it's also, as Tina mentioned, just the opportunity of knowing how we're going to be able to impact so many other lives to extend this opportunity. So
I love the strategic vision you both had with this. And I cannot wait to see how far y'all take this. Like when I tell you, just like the way y'all talk and how passionate you are, it's giving Black girl magic in this room right now. That's what it's giving. I can't wait to see how far y'all take this. Like we talking legacy, generations after, we love this.
And the need is there. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And definitely sounds like y'all did y'all research for it first before being like, oh, let's just open up a CDO school. No, let's pick a strategic place that we know like the need is there for it, you know?
So I look at it in a formula, right? So preparation, the plus sign, opportunity, the equal sign, success. So the opportunity there, we've prepared ourselves. So we already know the opportunity is there.
That's a good life lesson though in general, I'm not gonna lie. Just like, this is completely unrelated side note, but that's a really good even life lesson.
It is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and edit this, but I'm gonna write that down for me.
As you should.
Yes.
As you should, yeah.
I like that.
Yes, ma'am.
What makes driving a commercial vehicle in South Carolina different than from any other state?
Very good question. So I'm gonna try to tackle that, right? So if you look at the geography of South Carolina, right? So not only do we have inlands, we have ports, we have mountains, all right, we have farmlands, and let's see. So that's it. Yeah, I would say that. Yeah. So we just have so many different opportunities. That's right. Exactly. So looking at all of those demographics. Right. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
So question for Stephanie. So I know that you said you guys been friends for 10 years, but what made you, when she came to you with this idea, what made you, what sold you to be like, you know what, T, I'm gonna do this with you. I think I want to do this with you. Did it take Tina to kind of pull your arm a little bit? Did she just do you know her as a friend where she's you're confident in the game plan or the blueprint that she's got laid out or whatever to just join her? What sold you?
Well, it was the ask for me. I'm at a season in life at my age, my kids are grown.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have the demand that I had to do whatever I was doing. I was kind of doing my own thing. Right?
Yeah.
And so the idea of me coming along to help her, I didn't know that my extended stay would really be there. It was more like, okay, I'm going to help you and let you get open. Then I'm going to keep moving and doing my own thing. I didn't know if South Carolina was going to be an end game for me. I had considered to relocate actually. And so, my daughter went through the Class D driving school with Driver Alert Training Academy. And so I already knew kind of her work ethic and what she was doing and just retaining, good qualified workers, right? And so, I just came in with my professionalism, just who I am in character as a person anyway, of just being able to know, look, you don't have to worry about this out. Let me learn what I need to learn. I got it. Then the whole idea of now the school was opening, I didn't really, in my mind, think that was going to be the lane I would roll into. I was okay over here on the Class D side, but for her to even include me or even consider to bring me along for the journey, that speaks to the character of who she is as a woman as well. But again, it's just one of those things where when you see it happening and you see the increase, you see the growth, this is a life-changing opportunity. It's almost like, who wouldn't want to be a part of the Driving Academy experience? So I'm just humbled and grateful to have the opportunity.
You guys are amazing. No, you guys are too.
This is a real life story. This is really happening.
But y'all are so genuine about it. You're so genuine with it. There's just so much, there's passion on your side and then there's confidence on your side. This will work. And I just love that you guys y'all have, we're all calm right now, trying to be professional and cute. But, there's a drive here. Yeah. So, and I just can't wait to see what you guys are going to do. This is going to blow up. But I just feel it. I feel the energy. We're all excited. Yeah.
Well, I always, my plug is that I'm the plug, right? And to always let people know that I kind of keep people in the know, I'm like the voice of the community. So just being able to have the knowledge of what we're going to be able to offer, for me to be able to execute and communicate it and share it and outreach it, that's my lane. Right. So what Tina has done behind the scenes, now it's boots on the ground. Put your hands behind the plow and just run with it. Now the vision has already been laid.
That's right. I like you. You remind me of my mom. Y'all both do. You remind me of my family. After this podcast, can I have your number? Yeah. I would love a little mentor. You know what I mean? This is nice. Okay. What made you guys choose Driving Academy? What stood out?
So let's venture back before COVID days, right? So
are we taking it back to COVID?
Yeah.
So when
COVID, so when COVID was a thing, everybody had to pivot, right? So I remember I was in some online training courses. I think it was the SBA, some other organizations, right? So they were virtual courses. And I remember I met Jonathan, one of those courses, right? In one of the breakout rooms that had people on the back end so we can get to know each other, etc. I remember him talking about what he was vision, right? So that kind of already, I had shared with him that, hey, that was one of my plans as well, right? And then just circle back, years later, a couple years ago, then one of his representatives reached out to me, circle back. So it's all about timing, preparation, because we all had to go through things. He had to build his, I was in a process of working on mines, but, just running everything myself. So I just needed something that was more turnkey. Still had that ethic behind it, right? It still had a purpose behind his as well. So eventually, came out and I did a tour and everything, and had that one-on-one with them as well, because everything that I'm connected to, it has to have something behind it, right?
Some kind of valuable substance.
Because all money is not good money.
Correct.
Right? So the ethic behind it needs to be there, right? And it has to be a purpose behind it. So I don't make any movements without prayer first. Mm-hmm. Right. So, right. And without guidance. Mm-hmm. Right. So sitting down with my coaches, etc. So it made sense.
So like sitting down like to yourself with God, kind of looking at like what's more realistic, and like you said, like with your coaches and things like that, right. It kind of like it all made sense enough for you to like drop your information and like what you started. You say you were starting. Correct. And then you're like, okay, it makes sense to just not start from scratch, but kind of just pick up what somebody else is doing. Correct. And just follow respect that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because the vision is there too.
And you would say that like your vision when you first got started is pretty equivalent to what you see now.
Exactly.
I like that.
Exactly.
What are the Driving Academy Greenville goals?
Good question. Thank you for asking that question. So again, to be in alignment with Driving Academy's original goals, Jonathan's goals, of course, is to he put 1 million, but I'm saying over 1 million people on the road to freedom. Because we spoke earlier of making sure that we get people employed. Mm-hmm. Gainfully employed is the key, right? So with that being said, so we are involved in a state program called the Returning Citizen Program. So what that is individuals getting out of prison, right? So I am the co-chair, newly named co-chair of that organization, right? So
you like kind of already have students, basically.
So we're those who are qualified to achieve their CDL, we're there to equip them with that, to get them gainfully employed, right? So giving back. Mm-hmm. To society. That's one of our goals. And of course, scaling, but strategically scaling, mm-hmm. right? So we have some places in mind that we're thinking about branching out to, okay? Mm-hmm. And of course, keeping up with our cutting edge technology as well.
Love that. Yes, I love that. You got like a plan for everything. Like y'all are over prepared. I love that.
Preparation.
Like you said,
you just can't sit idle. Mm-hmm. You're working on something. When your grand opening date comes, you have to be prepared for that. Yeah. Right. Yeah. So you have to do things on the back end. Mm-hmm. Right. So nobody looks at the growth underneath the process of a tree. Right. They just look at the low hanging fruit. Yeah. But what you do in preparation, watering it. Right. Yeah.
Make those roots thick.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, so you guys are now out here in our main location in New Jersey for training. So you guys understand the ins and outs of Driving Academy's system, that your franchise can be as successful as possible. What about this experience have you guys enjoyed so far, and how would you guys describe the overall training?
Well, for myself personally, like I said, this is new territory. This is a new ball game. And, I'm grateful for the training that's come across for us to just put us like right into action. You know, like we were reading it over, jumping into practice, reading it over, jumping into the practice. So I think just really engaging us to kind of say, hey, on your mark, get set, let's go.
Right.
You know, you don't have to wait till the end of the week. Day one, we're going over the script. You
Right.
know, and realizing that, you know, they've got a well-oiled machine. And so as far as no need to really reinvent the wheel, they've kind of made it plain, like this is what works.
Yeah.
And so being able to have that blueprint for success of what all the other franchisees are already doing. So we're just looking forward to just, you know, putting our little twist on it with our personalities.
That's right.
And bring that to the upstate of South Carolina. So yeah, it's been fun though. I've enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, yes, let's go. And what about you, Miss Tina?
Yes, ma'am. I think to add to what Miss Stephanie was saying, so I think the comprehensive training that was given, as she mentioned already, a blueprint, right, for running a successful operation is key. It's needed, right, and having a supportive corporate team that we can actually reach out to. If that's needed. Yeah. So I think we have all the tools that's needed, to hit the ground running. Right. Yeah.
And was this process of opening a CDL school franchise challenging, or what specifically would you say was challenging, like separate from you and you? Like, what was your specific kind of challenging part of this process, and then what was yours? And how did you overcome it?
I'm gonna let her start first.
Well, I mean, for me, Tina is the owner operator. So a lot of the behind the scenes, what she had to really do, I've just kind of been the support on the other business side. So now I'm coming in on the easy part. I feel like she's put in the blood, sweat, and tears behind it all, making the calls, having the meetings, getting all the paperwork in, hiring the qualified talent. So I've just kind of been her backup to say, what do you need me to do? How can I assist in that role? But she's the funding behind what's happening. So again, I tip my hat off to her to just be able to say that I've watched her diligently work the vision and her preparation of what she's planned to make this happen. It's unmatched. Even of how we showed up here in New Jersey, already being branded out with our shirts.
I saw you,
our book bags, and we've got hats already. So when I say, even with her mentorship that I know she's going through, that she's got people that's supporting her in her vision and what she's doing at Driving Academy. For me, it's just, hey, this is the icing on the cake. I'm coming on the easy part, but to know we'll get to continue to go through this process though together, that'll be a lifetime memory of knowing, like, even as far as getting our CDLs together, like we're gonna study and try to do that together. It's gonna be fun. So I'm excited about it.
I just love you guys. Like, I want to visit like in a year to see what y'all did. But go ahead.
I'm not just saying in terms of Driving Academy. It's just things occurred that they had no control over, right, per se. So I had mentioned earlier, so we were impacted by a hurricane last year that nobody knew that a hurricane of that size would reach so far inland to our area that shut our area completely down. It reached all the way up to the mountains of Asheville, North Carolina, right? Historic devastation.
It's a huge stumbling block in your process.
So much so, right? So much so. So that shut our current operation down for close to 3 months, right? And then on top of that, the equipment that we ordered, right, to start this process, that was a delay because they were impacted in southern Florida. So, that took over 6 months, behind schedule, right? We're not operational, but guess what? We still have to make payments on things, right? You see? But being resilient, those that we are, because when something is given to you, are you going to become an eagle or are you going to be a pigeon, right? So an eagle is designed to withstand a storm, because guess what? When they flap their wings harder and harder, it catapults them higher than that storm so they can see further, right? Yeah. So you just have to have that mindset, right? And then go through the storm, right? Because you know what's on the other side of that.
Right.
So just keeping that in your forethought, right? because what's going to happen is going to be, like she said, it's going to be life altering, right?
Right.
And looking forward to 5 or 10 years from now, right? Our life is going to be different.
Right. It'll all be worth it.
Exactly.
Yes.
Right. So we're going to pop that bottle of champagne together, right? Right. Looking back at if we crumbled during that time. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
So that's the difference between what's rooted deeply, right? That can be easily broken off, right? But that's the important part of preparation, right? Because no matter what, you are going to have challenges, right? But how resilient are you? Right. So our opening date is September the 8th. Yeah, September the 8th. Yeah.
I'm excited for you guys.
Thank you.
I want to be invited when y'all pop that bottle of champagne.
There you go.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to say to any of your future students who may be watching before we close out this podcast?
Well, I guess for myself personally, I know being in sales, probably going to be doing a lot of outreach, being a voice for the community. I would say, why Driving Academy Greenville? Why not Driving Academy Greenville? I think what we're going to be able to offer the community is going to be an experience from start to finish.
Oh, yeah.
And so to be able to see people start, go through the pains of the studies and what that could possibly look like, but to be there right alongside of them along the way, that, they become not only just our students, but they'll be a part of our family, because again, this opportunity for this trucking industry, even with the shortage of truckers already, just to know that whoever comes in the door as a Driving Academy student, like they're going to like double or quadruple what their current income could be. And so to be able to be a part of that and extend those opportunities, that within itself is going to be so rewarding for us just as an organization. So I'm looking forward to seeing how many families of lives that we'll get to really impact for change.
What an impact you guys are going to make. I'm going to hear about you guys all over the place.
Yeah.
I am.
May I answer that?
Yes, ma'am. Go right ahead.
And to add to what Miss Stephanie had already mentioned. So we encourage people to shop around because everybody's not going to be our client, right? But there's a reason why we're premier, right? So if you want premier service, that's what you're going to get when you come to us, Driving Academy Greenville.
I can feel it. Like you guys just have so much passion with this. You guys are so confident, and you've thought everything out before you've done anything. And I respect that so much because it's almost like there's no room for failure. Yeah. And I also love your confidence and like the analogy that you made with the eagle and everything like that. Like I like that because it's just yeah. So and with like trials throughout whatever this process and late nights studying or late night like phone calls and things of that nature, and like you'll just be able to prevent whatever comes after this because you guys already went through the storm. But yeah, you guys are two beautiful, powerful women, but yet so feminine. Like I want to be like y'all. No, legit, like actually. Thank you guys so much for watching the Driving Academy podcast. If you're interested in getting your CDL license and you're located in Greenville, South Carolina, you know who to hit up, Miss Tina and Miss Stephanie. And if you're interested in opening up your own Driving Academy franchise, click the link below, fill out the form, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Bye, guys.
Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to get your CDL license, you know where to go. Check out our website, cdldrivingacademy.com, right over there. And if you like this video, you'll definitely like this video right over here. So make sure you check that out. But before anything else, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you soon.